Okay, so we have our routes connected. Let's go ahead and do some more configs here in this file. So moving down to the import section, we need to give a reference here for the Okta Auth module. So we're going to use this module in our application, and we need to reference it for the imports. And then also for providers, we need to give a reference here because we're going to perform some dependency injection of the Okta Auth service. So we simply give a reference here to this Okta config. And we also tell it to use the value of that Okta config that we created a little bit earlier. Okay, so everything's in place here. I'm excited. I'm ready to test this application out. So let's swing over to IntelliJ and make sure that our Spring Boot backend is up and running. If not, go ahead and start it now. Then I'll also swing over to my Angular app and get that one up and running. Okay, we can swing into our web browser here. And we can swing over to our Love to Shop application. All right, so here's our app like we've been using before. But notice here up top, in the top right, there's a login button. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So let's go ahead and try it out. So we click on login, takes us to the login screen. Good, so this is the Okta sign-in widget that's integrated into our application. We can just give username here, demo@lovetocode.com, any password. Okay, so unable to sign in. So now give the actual username that you use for your account. Okay, the one that you created for your application, and then also the password that you used for your account. So that's whatever the account is that you created when you signed up with Okta. So in my case, it was demo@lovetocode.com, my password. Go ahead and hit sign in. And now I'm successfully logged in. So we can see, welcome back, Demo Darby. So that's just a account name that I created when I set up my example. So we're successful in logging in. And notice here how our login status component is working accordingly, showing us those messages based on the authentication status. So I like it. I like it. You may wonder, well, how did I get the Demo Darby part to kind of show up? So I'll go ahead and log into my dashboard over here. And there's an option where you can select the users. I'll choose my user, Demo Darby. And then I can look on the profile here for this user. And I can scroll down and we see we have first name, last name. So the name property is the first name plus the last name. So in our code, we'd say this.oktaauthservice.getUser, then that response or that result .name, that's the actual user's full name. And so that's how you can get that piece of information there, and that's how that part worked out for us. So that explains why we see the Demo Darby up top. So we can go ahead and log out. And again, that worked. And as we can see, the buttons changed based on the login status. So I'm really happy with what we have so far. We've successfully implemented login, logout with our application by making use of the Okta sign-in widget. So I'd like to say, good job, my friend.